so I'm back another day. I ended up getting these grommets out. It was pretty hard at first, and that's why, you know, I kind of gave up and was just like, you know what, let me just go buy a whole nother one. But I realized how to do it after, you know, looking at so many YouTube videos and whatnot. And honestly, I don't even know if I put these in correctly, but you know, let's see what happens. I walked all the way over here with this stuff and all that just to realize I don't have the keys for the car. Now, along with me replacing these things, I also was going to replace these. As you can see, like the black on there. Hold on. Get a little closer. As you can see, like the little black that's on there. That's also like a gasket for these bolts. These are the bolts that hold in the valve cover. But I ended up messing up one of them on the shorter ones. That's why there's only 4 of them. But I went to Honda and I ordered another one. So that should be here tomorrow. But like the guy was saying, I should be fine to drive the car no matter what. So we're going to be working with 4 bolts today. Hopefully everything's good, no more oil leaks or anything. I'm replacing this gasket and replace that, so everything should be good on the car. As I was saying before, there is a bit of a leak when it comes to inside of one of the spark plugs, and you know, that was because, which one was it? I think this one it was. It was this one and probably another one. Yeah, both of those gaskets were terrible, and that's why oil was leaking out of it. So this thing was messed up. This gasket was messed up, as well as like a couple of these grommets, and it's like, you know what, whatever, let me just go ahead and replace them, and we should be back on the road. But now I have to walk all the way back to my house in order just to get my keys, because I guess I was too excited to come outside of the house. But got my keys, so let's get down to business and start it up. I'm not gonna say that again. Alright, so let's look at this now. I have put this here temporarily, but as you could maybe see, I don't know if you could really see in there, but basically there was oil that had got into there. I don't even know what I'm trying to do here, but yeah, you probably can't really see in there, but like there's oil in there in that one. But yeah, I basically just needed to do a whole tune-up, and I think that's the issue of why my car stopped running that day. But matter of fact, let me clean this off a little bit. Yes, I'm gonna clean off like just this outer edge here, just because, like, you know, residue from like the oil that was leaking from before, as well as the oil that leaked in there. I have to clean out. I also saw in a video, they said that you have to make sure you clean out the edges of this, you know, just give it a nice little wipe down. With doing that, it's just a good, you know, preventative measure to make sure that, you know, there's no more leaking, and, you know, just make sure, honestly, I don't know why, but the dude said to do it, so I didn't see no harm in it, so I'm gonna do that. Yep, so as I was saying, there's oil on it from in there, and yes, so I'm gonna try to clean that out best I can, just to make sure, you know, that's not an issue for later on. Or else, I don't know, I might need a new whole head. I don't know, who knows. Anyways, let me just go ahead and do this right quick. Alright, so I don't know if this is like the best method to do, but basically what I did is I'm using a but basically what I'm doing is I have a microfiber towel, and I'm kind of just like twisting it as it goes in there. Now, it's worked in the past two, these two right here, and they look fairly clean from what they looked like before. And you know what, I might as well just, you know, go ahead and do this. Hopefully it doesn't shed and, you know, like mess up the engine or something in some sort of way. But yeah, I feel like there's definitely a different way to do this, but like, is it working good for me? I don't recommend though. Alright, let me see. Take it out, yep, and more oil coming off of it. But that's pretty good. But I think what happened was that, like, majority of these, I think the seals weren't placed in properly. I mean, it's not bad. It's not terribly bad, I'm gonna be honest. It's not like, you know, the end of the world, I think, in these other three. But this one definitely had a lot of oil in it, and it was bad. But we're doing this maintenance. That way, the car doesn't break down on me on the highway. That took a bit of time to even do, but it is done. I was having a bit of trouble trying to figure out if I was doing this right in the first place, mainly because like these what is it called, the gasket and grommet seals, I don't know what it's called, whatever that thing is called, it was, you know, a little bit difficult because you have to make sure it's in between or outside of the spark plug hole, and I wasn't sure if it was supposed to be over it on the other side, and you know, I was just trying to figure that out the whole time. But everything else is solid with it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put these valve cover bolts back in. Honestly, I'm like low-key kind of scared to, you know, even drive it like this, but I'm supposed to be waiting for this other one because I had messed this up by taking out the seal, cutting it all up, but you know, it was not good. Definitely not good. I was going ahead and tightening these bolts, and I realized that this one is like pretty stripped. Honestly, at this point, I'd rather just order whole new bolts for these to make sure things are good. By the looks of this, I'm sitting here thinking, like, is this just a product of it being tightened too much, or is something wrong with that hole over there? Honestly, I'd rather just order a whole new thing and then just go from there. But I'm still gonna go ahead and do everything else as if that didn't happen. Alright, so we got everything all put down together. Yep, only thing right now is just to tighten up this battery and start it up and see if it starts and stays running. I didn't even do the oil change yet because I realized, I'm like, you know what, like if this continues to leak out oil or something, I'm specifically talking about right here, if this is leaking out oil, then there's almost like no point, because it's like, alright, I just changed the oil, I'm gonna have to add more oil, and you know, I just don't want to do that. But I'm gonna give it a crank and see what happens. Everything's on now, regular. Yeah. Something is wrong. I don't know what. I'm not gonna lie, that made me not want to even start it up again. Oh my gosh. I'm like so scared right now. Yeah, everything is back in place properly. I'm trying to see if there's something that's missing. Like, did I disconnect anything? I didn't have a screw ready for this. Yeah, everything's on. Okay, so I tried to start it again and it started back up nice and fine. Maybe that was supposed to happen, I really don't know. I'm not gonna say it sounds better than what it was before, but I kind of feel like it does sound a little bit better. Maybe I'm just tweaking because like I haven't drove my car in so long. I think it's been about like a week or two at this point. But oh, damn, I don't even know. What the f***? Honestly, maybe it was supposed to do that all along, you know, like maybe just a rough start, because I did touch the ignition coils, spark plugs, you know, everything in the tune-up, so I mean, I guess that was supposed to happen. But I will say it's consistently staying on right now, so that seems pretty good. Damn, I'm like kind of scared. Alright, let me just actually take this down and see. So I spoke to my uncle. He was telling me that I do need to change the fuel filter. That's one thing I did forget to buy when I was, you know, doing my tune-up stuff. I bought all my tune-up stuff online through Rock Auto, but he did say that I should also change the fuel filter. I'm still gonna go on a drive because I'm just like, you know what, let me just see if I can get to Advanced Auto Parts. It's literally like 2 blocks up the street, so I'm just gonna take the chance and just see how it goes. It, let's just see. It seems fine, honestly. No issue. I mean, I barely even did a pull. I can't say I do feel, oh my gosh. I do feel a little bit smoother when I am driving right now. Nothing super crazy, but I'm gonna change out that fuel filter and see exactly. So, like I said, I spoke with my uncle, and he said it's definitely the fuel filter. And after looking at it, I'm like, wow. I mean, it's extremely rusty. It looks like it may have not been changed, or possibly just because of the hood damage. That could be a reason for why too, because like I know water sometimes gets in, which is extremely unsafe, and I do need to get a new hood, but I just want to make sure the car is running right. I think it's probably the fuel filter as well. On the video it was telling me that I have to make sure that the car is hot, not hot. Have to make sure that the car is not hot in order for it to change. And I just drove it around. I drove to the store and back, you know, just to make sure. But yeah, drove it around. It drives fine. I'm not gonna say like the best right now. The only reason I say not the best is just because of my power steering. But as of right now, it looks like it's pretty much good. So the car's back on the road. So that means more videos, more consistency. Yeah, so if you definitely like this video, feel free to comment. No, don't comment that. If you like this video, feel free to comment, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. And let me know if I'm being a about, you know, having this car right now, or what I should do about it. Peace. I'm out.